Have you ever pondered the outcome of a titanic clash between Superman, the iconic Man of Steel, and Apollo, another formidable hero within the DC universe? Both of these superhuman titans possess astounding strength and an array of abilities that render them nearly impervious to harm. The hypothetical duel between Superman and Apollo has been a topic of fervent discussion among enthusiasts, each with their own perspective on the matter. So, when these two powerhouses collide, who would emerge victorious? In the following exposition, we will embark on an in-depth exploration of their respective powers, shedding light on the dynamics of a confrontation between Superman and Apollo. How powerful is Superman exactly? Superman, the iconic DC superhero, instantly captured the hearts of readers upon his debut. His first appearance in the inaugural volume of Action Comics in the 1930s marked the beginning of a legendary character's journey and solidified his status as a beloved figure among fans. During the exuberant era of the 1960s, it seemed that there were virtually no limits to the extraordinary feats Superman could accomplish. At the late 90s and the 1980s unfolded, Superman stood unchallenged with no rival capable of besting him in battle. However, a significant transformation occurred in Superman's capabilities following a reboot overseen by John Byrne. The emergence of a new Superman resulted from the crisis depicted in the Crisis on Infinite Earth storyline. Superman hails from the planet Krypton, where his species possesses physiological structures that exceeded human biology by a millennium. While on Krypton, they led lives indistinguishable from ours. However, upon arriving on Earth and being bathed in the radiance of the yellow sun, Kryptonians including Superman underwent a remarkable transformation, acquiring superhuman powers beyond imagination. Superman was the only Kryptonian who was exposed to the sun's radiation from a young age. He was sent to Earth on a spaceship as a toddler. He developed super speed, strength, senses, and durability as a kid. Along with the yellow sun, Earth's weak gravity and flourishing atmosphere were also the other important factors that made Superman develop superhuman abilities. Superman was indestructible as long as he was on Earth and exposed to the sun's rays. When placed on a planet resembling Krypton or exposed to a red sun, Superman experiences an immediate reduction in his superhuman abilities. Superman's incredible powers originate from the radiation of Earth's yellow sun, which he adeptly converts into his boundless energy. Unlike humans, he doesn't require food or drink for sustenance, nor does he need to respire as humans do. Nevertheless, he chooses to partake in eating and drinking for his own enjoyment. Interestingly, in the absence of sunlight, such as during the night, Superman can replenish his energy by consuming substantial quantities of food. A notable instance of this occurred in Action Comics number 454, where Superman devoured an astonishing 60 hamburgers per minute at McTavish Hamburgers to rapidly recharge his powers. How powerful is Apollo exactly? Apollo is a superhero from the DC universe who first appeared in the Stormwatch series. Then he made appearances in the series The Authority. He is a distinguishable superhero as he is the first openly gay superhero figure in comics. In Stormwatch, he introduced a person whose identity was top secret. He was a part of the Black Ops Stormwatch team. Only Henry Bendix, the very first weatherman, knew of his existence. Apollo and Midnighter united their formidable abilities, becoming an integral part of Stormwatch's covert black mission. Apollo shares several remarkable attributes with Superman, including his indestructibility, superhuman strength, and combat proficiency. Notably, he can emit potent solar energy beams from his eyes and has even been portrayed walking on the surface of the sun, showcasing his extraordinary powers. Similar to Superman, Apollo's body functions as a solar battery. He absorbs sunlight, converting it into energy that fuels his superhuman capabilities. In the absence of sunlight, he experienced a gradual loss of powers, commencing with his ability to fly and eventually culminating in the loss of all superhuman attributes, rendering him a mere mortal. However, when exposed to sunlight again, his powers rapidly return. It takes a mere 20 seconds for him to regain his power of flight. Much like Superman, Apollo can exist in environments devoid of oxygen, eliminating the need for life support suits. When journeying through space, he doesn't require food or drink for sustenance either, though he partakes in these activities purely for his own pleasure. Superman vs. Apollo. Who wins? Apollo and Superman exhibit striking similarities, deriving their powers from the sun and having power levels dependent on the solar energy absorption. Therefore, both characters earn a point in this regard. Apollo possesses a neural inductive combat simulator within his mind, granting him the ability to predict his opponent's next move. Even during high-speed aerial combat, this exceptional skill offers Apollo an advantage by allowing him to anticipate and respond to Superman's actions. As Superman is known to be vulnerable to magical and psychic powers, this predictive capability could indeed prove beneficial for Apollo, earning him another point. Furthermore, Apollo's partnership with Midnighter, a formidable hero in his own right, provides additional support. Their deep understanding of each other's strengths and weaknesses, forged through years of collaboration, enhances Apollo's combat effectiveness. This partnership could prove valuable in a battle against Superman, resulting in another point for Apollo. Superman, on the other hand, possesses powerful alliances with numerous superhero groups, including the Justice League, Teen Titans, and Justice Society. These connections grant him access to significant support when needed. In this aspect, Superman gains a point. Superman's strategic acumen and the bio-electro aura surrounding his body also bolster his fighting capabilities, further tipping the scale in his favor. Both of these attributes add another point for Superman. In addition, Superman's tendency to restrain his powers in combat potentially serves as an advantage. If he were to unleash his full capabilities, Apollo would face an even more challenging battle. This gives another point to Superman. In the event of confrontation between Superman and Apollo, Superman emerges as the likely victor. While the fight would be formidable, the odds favor Superman, resulting in a score of 4/5 in his favor.